Saitama One Punch Man coming to Jump Force Season 3 DLC. And yes, everyone has been waiting for this character. Everyone wanted this character in the base game of Jump Force, but now we have Saitama, Mr. Serious Series, coming to Jump Force Season 3 DLC. And of course, he's going to be overpowered. Of course, he's going to be ridiculously OP. Of course, he's going to induce huge amounts of hate mail and rage. But who else but Saitama deserves to be in Jump Force Season 3 DLC? So we're going to be going over his moves and his moveset in Jump Force. So of course, no Saitama moveset would be complete without the normal punch. Pretty much straightforward, a normal punch, and I can see this being a combo extender. Just Saitama in the middle of his melee hits a normal punch, the opponent is stunned in place, allowing Saitama to reset his combo from the beginning. Now, of course, he's not going to be able to get too OP with this because of Jump Force and their like combo limiter, I'm going to call it that. That's not the official term, but where the opponent wipes out. So it's not going to get too ridiculous, but I want this move to do a respectable amount of damage because, of course, this is One Punch Man himself. Why else would he not do ridiculous amounts of damage on his super abilities? Now, the next ability is going to remind you of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because we're going to get into Saitama's Aura technique, and we're going to be talking about his consecutive punches. So yes, we want this to be a even more ridiculous version of the JoJo's punches, the Muda or the Aura. We want this to be fast, strong, and we want to have a ridiculous range so they could also hit airbound opponents out of the sky. So Saitama could actually reach you while you're in the middle of the air jumping. I feel like that would be the niche or the use of this ability. It would be really fun to see in Jump Force. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Now, damage wise, again, this is Saitama. Everything about this character needs to be strong, needs to be obnoxiously strong. So maybe give it a cost of 2 meter, but have it do a respectable amount of damage. Not a half a bar of health, but damn near close to it to make the opponent feel the ability. Next move is going to be his serious side hop. And I had difficulty thinking of what that third move would be before we get into the really ridiculous stuff. But yes, giving Saitama the ability to create after images on the map, I feel like would just be true to the character and his ridiculous amount of power. And it would be actually bringing something new into Jump Force that we haven't seen before. So having him maybe vanish without actually using meter would be what the side hop does. So you would automatically counter someone's melees or abilities for maybe, I don't know, 10 seconds at a time. So you activate the ability, it lasts for 10 seconds from the moment you activate it, and from that point forward you automatically counter without using any meter. But it's going to cost you 2 meter to get that 10 seconds of auto countering without using your actual stamina gauge. So I think in that way, you balance it while still giving it a respectable use. That's my personal opinion about that ability. Now, we can get into the ridiculousness of Saitama. So we're going to talk about his ultimate, the Serious Punch. Yes, what other move is going to be his ultimate but the Serious Punch? So he throws a punch, it's really dramatic, over the top. We know that Jump Force can do this. They excel in making over the top ridiculous ultimate abilities in the game, so I have no problem believing that they will respect the Serious Punch. But now we're gonna get into what happens after the Serious Punch. So he awakens, this is Serious Saitama, and some of his moves actually transform. Now, his normal punch is upgraded into just in general a serious punch that does a ridiculous amount of damage. It hurts, your opponent is going to feel it, and they're gonna feel like you're taking chunks out of their health at a time. I want this to be the new awakened Ichigo. I want Saitama to be that new awakened Ichigo that everyone fears awakening in the game. Now, the next ability that gets upgraded is his consecutive punches, and now he can do the two-handed or the two-arm consecutive punches, which, you know, doubles the range of the ability, doubles the effective area of effect, but also doubles the damage, meaning that he could potentially finish you, whatever's left of your health, he could potentially finish you with this ability alone. And of course, we get an upgrade to the serious side hop. where instead of for just 10 seconds, you get 20 seconds of no stamina gauge reduction vanishing, and maybe a little after image is left in its place, like a little optical illusion or something. That's something I've been mulling around, but again, in general, stat buffs, stat increases, maybe instead of a chakra dash, I'm gonna call it chakra dash. I'm just too used to Naruto Storm 4 series. The user just teleports to their opponent, so Saitama would just teleport to the opponent like instant transmission and just have the ability to throw all these punches. So we have a Saitama that feels as ridiculously OP as he is in his own series. And again, this is all after he awakens, so the emphasis would be to not let Saitama awaken at all costs. That is Saitama One Punch Man coming in to Jump Force Season 3 DLC.